Let's go. The San Francisco 49ers have re-signed Ilm Manning to the practice squad. If you guys remember, I was a big fan of Ilm Manning. He has quality technique, and I thought he had a real chance at making the final 53-man roster. But the 49ers opted to cut him at the roster cut down, and the Arizona Cardinals claimed him and put him on their active roster. Well, they had just recently cut him, and the San Francisco 49ers have re-signed him to the practice squad, and Ilm Manning is back with the San Francisco 49ers. I'm really hyped about this move. I see a lot of potential with this kid. His technical ability is just through the roof. For someone who's an undrafted free agent rookie out of Hawaii. Again, one of the issues of why he went where he went is he's 6'2". He's shorter, and he has shorter arms. But he has such good technical ability, and I'm really happy that he's back. And I'll show you this video that I did of a breakdown of him, of why I'm so excited that Ilm Manning is back. But you let me know in the comments below. Are you hyped about Ilm Manning? What do you think about the 49ers bringing him back to the practice squad? The San Francisco 49ers may have struck gold with undrafted free agent offensive lineman Ilm Manning. Now, I poured through the tape last night, and I was absolutely floored by the performance of Ilm Manning versus the Raiders. Now, I get it. It's against backups as well, but the undrafted free agent out of Hawaii, 6'2", wow. 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 And if you want to stick around to see the wow, grab some popcorn, because I'm going to show you. We're going to break it down from a technical aspect of why Ilm Manning can actually make this 53-man roster. Woo! Let's get into it. All right, let's blow this thing up and let's walk through it. This was the third snap of the game for him. Oh, get that guy on the ground. First of all, we're going to start with the overall just technique, the base. Look at that kick step. Ooh, look at the kick step, violent. Yeah, vertical pass set. It's beautiful. Gets that kick back, and look at the balance. Do you see the way his feet move? They don't come together. Fluid. And then when he creates contact, he adjusts his hips and his base to create the perfect leverage. We talked about Poe last year as being a doorstop. This is exactly what you want. You want that back, head up, butt out, anchor. Look at that. That's phenomenal. And then the finish on top of it to put him on the ground. This guy understands leverage. One of the things that you're going to see is that his baseline pass set is so clean. And then he has a whole bag of tricks on top of it. You can see he's got his right hand hooked onto that outside shoulder. The second that this defender starts to drive, you can see the change. He's trying to go outside and around. Then he's like, all right, I'm at depth of the quarterback. I got to get on my horse and go through this guy. He uses that leverage against him, pulls on that right shoulder, and you can see that is what gets him on the ground. This is, I'm telling you, go if you want to go through and you have the opportunity to go watch him. He wins pretty much every single rep. Every pass set is clean. The technique is through the roof, and we're going to see more examples of why this technique that he has is so just crisp and clean. He was a true starter as a freshman at Hawaii, and it shows. Look at this technique. Look at how clean and crisp. Do you see that right hand just floating down by his hip? That's intentional. That's intentional. This is Trent Williams type technique. Typically, back in the day, old O-line coaches teach you to keep your hands up here. But with the way that defensive ends and defensive linemen trigger on hands and initiate pass rush moves, it's become the new norm to keep your basically like inside hand dropped so that you can react and use that leverage to push upfield, because ultimately you want to ride these guys up and outside the pocket. And again, look at how clean the kick step is. A little bit more of an angled drop here, but feet don't come together. I mean, this pass setting is hard. Just this act of moving backwards, maintaining your balance, and being able to still strike and maintain ground is very difficult. That's why playing offensive tackle is very difficult. And Ilm Manning continuously shows why he's really good. And this is the cherry on top. You guys have all seen my Trent Williams breakdowns. One of the my favorite moves of Trent Williams is his ability to use defensive line style moves to destroy defensive linemen. As you can see, clean. Look at the pass set every time. Clean, clean hands. See that right hand? Dropped at his hip. Still got his left hand up, but right hand is dropped. So that when they go for the chest plate, it forces the DN to go for the chest plate. Watch that right hand. Clubs it into the ground. He did this probably 6 or 7 times, 8 times against the same guy. Just kept getting him on the ground. This is different, guys. Like, I want to emphasize how technically advanced this is for any NFL offensive lineman, let alone an undrafted free agent rookie in his first performance. This is insane. Again, like, he owned whoever stood in front of him. He's 6'2". He's profiled at a center or a guard, most likely center based on the frame, and he's playing left tackle, and he absolutely looks like he belongs at left tackle. This is phenomenal. Again, feet, base, balance. You even see, like, he goes to get the punch with the left, gets swiped, is able to re-engage, and then is able to use his strength to drive and get the guy on the ground. This isn't normal. This isn't normal. Again, you got a wider pass set. So you can see how he's able to adjust the angle of his pass set. The feet never come together. He's not too quick to open up the gate and open up the hips. And look at that right hand. This is what defensive linemen try to do. They try to put all their weight on you, and then they try to slingshot around you. But good offensive linemen understand how to neutralize this. This is next level. And this is an undrafted free agent in his first game with the San Francisco 49ers. This is unreal. The technique and the fluidity that this guy shows. This is fantastic. This is A plus. I was watching this at about 1:00 in the morning last night, just geeking out because I was not expecting this. I went into this tape specifically to watch Ilm, and I did not expect any of this. This blew me away. Again, here's you're getting to see him out in space. You can see 44 flashes. He makes a slight adjustment, or he gets 2 guys that flash. 44 flashes, and that he tries to cut off that angle. And then as a result, it puts him on, I think 58 ideally is the guy that he wants. But watch him just take out 79. Just right on the turf. Still a good rep. Made it through the junk. Again, his angle is affected by thinking he might have to pick up 44. Ronnie Bell gets just enough, so he gets around and gets 79 on the turf. This is just fantastic. Absolutely beautiful by Ilm Manning. Again, look at this guy over and over and over again. This is play action. So you have to make this look like a run. So you have run action with your feet, and you can't get past 1 yard. You can't get depth. Dude, look at that. Engages. Look at the leverage, the hips, the butt, the back. Club, ground, pops back up, and then continues to mirror him. Watch that right leg when the guy goes to the ground. He drops it back and then continues to stay in front and in between his quarterback. This is, guys, I I've never watched a rookie offensive lineman for the 49ers, and I Aaron Banks. I didn't I didn't feel this way for a rookie Aaron Banks. I didn't feel this way for rookie Spencer Burford. This is crazy. And I'm talking about from a technical aspect, things that he's proven that he has, that he does not have to work on. Typically, like this level of technique, you spend years and years and years trying to perfect. Look, every time. All right, you're gonna try to long arm me. That's fine. Go ahead, club. Guys, this guy genuinely has a shot at making the final 53-man roster with what I just saw. As a guy who's going to profile at guard potentially, at center, that could potentially be a swing tackle type guy. We already know Jonathan Feliciano is kind of moving towards that backup center role. He has to be the backup center. There's no one on this roster right now who can come in and perform as a backup center. Jonathan Feliciano has to be on this roster. If he's not going to be a starter, he's got to be your primary interior guy. And then after that, this guy can play tackle, guard, and center. That versatility alone is massive. This guy can push guys like Matt Pryor out the door. This guy could potentially jump ahead of Leroy Watson, jump like Jalen Moore. Like, this is that's the best offensive lineman on the day for the 49ers versus the Raiders. That guy, the undrafted free agent, that's 6'2", playing left tackle. That guy. And if, again, I believe this can be replicated over and over again because of the technique. He has it down. That's not going to change. Now the next step is, what does he look like against greater competition? What does he look like against some real defensive ends that have legit speed, legit length, legit pass rush moves? How does he look then? But I mean, this test, aces across the board. So much so that I think he can make the final roster. I think he can edge out one of these guys for one of the 8 offensive line spots. This is crazy. I don't know. You watch the tape, you can see it. Let me know what you think about Ilm Manning in the comments below, because, man, I am very excited about this, and I'm really looking forward to his performance against the Denver Broncos.